The next generation of FIFA is here. In less than 10 days, you're going to feel next level on PS5, Series X, and Series S. And in today's video, I'm going to be discussing why I think this is make or break for FIFA, the franchise, and the series in general. This needs to be the best FIFA we've ever played, and it is vital that that is the case. So, let's get into it, and hopefully you enjoy today's discussion. If you're looking to pick yourself up some cheap and reliable coins for FUT21, then make sure to click my link in the description, go to IG Vault, and make sure you use my code Birdie when you're at checkout to get yourself a discount. Black Friday deals are here for a limited time at IG Vault to get up to 50% off your order as well. So what is Next Gen FIFA 21? Well, it is a dedicated, built for PS5, Series X, Series S version of the game. Up until now, we've been playing a backwards compatible version and an upscaled version of the game that was built for PS4 and Xbox One. But now, this new, super fast, really good graphical version of the game is releasing on December 4th. And those things are great. However, the love for FIFA is not going to be brought back for a few people if they make it pretty. There's a lot of things that need to go into this to make it a game that competes with other next-gen titles. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. What can they do with FIFA to make it good again? Well, EA started things off by doing a next level deep dive where they talked about play next level, feel next level, see next level. All of these buzzwords that are supposed to mean everything to us. In reality, they don't really mean anything at all, because a lot of the things that are talked about in here, you expect with a generational jump in the game. Better graphics, more authentic crowds and stuff like that, but it doesn't fix the core problems that we all experience and have in the game. Okay, Trent looks amazing, but him adjusting his shin pads in the 90th minute now in the game is not going to fix the fact that his pass from 10 yards away doesn't reach the intended target because the game just decides it doesn't want to do that. Ignored skill moves, online responsiveness, button delay, and even the things that they have talked about, adding new animations to make things more responsive. It's hard to believe them based on stuff we've heard in the past. Here is a prime example where FIFA 21 was being released and the pitch notes came out showing the difference in collision systems between FIFA 20 and FIFA 21. So I've included the two clips that they uploaded, where the first one they showed FIFA 20 and the fact that players would fall over each other all the time, they'd run into each other, and they'd have poor collision system detection. And in FIFA 21, this was going to be fixed, so you wouldn't see all of these players randomly bumping into each other. They would be intelligent enough to understand where each other were. So how do we explain things like this, where players clearly don't have that intelligence? They still jump over each other and fall over each other all the time, and then it ends up in you conceding goals, conceding own goals out of nowhere. These are the kind of problems that they've said have been fixed in the past, but clearly they just haven't in any way. But let's quickly take a step back and look at a different next-gen sports game so that you can see that the justification of this video and talking about what they needed to do to make next-gen FIFA truly next-gen. This is NBA 2K21. 2K's version of a basketball game. They used to compete heavily with NBA Live, but now 2K are the big dogs and they dominate. And this is one of the best sports games that there is, if not the best. They have taken NBA to the next level. They have added and improved the modes like franchise and stuff like that. They've taken the smaller neighborhood section that they had before, which was an online sort of socially space, and made it this huge open world GTA-like city where you can interact with everyone. You can go to the shop and buy new apparel for your play. You can go and do training. You can play 2v2s on the court. You can skateboard around. It's insane. And this is how you take a game to the next level. They could have just done a simple graphical update, made a few new animations, and made everything look a little bit cleaner. But they went all out to show they mean business on next gen. Now, you compare that directly to EA and FIFA, and it seems like we're basically getting a graphical update. Okay, we may have a few different animations and stuff like that in the game. Players may react a little bit differently, but they're not adding any modes, they're not improving anything, they're not doing anything to career mode. Pro clubs, for example, your progress doesn't even carry over from Xbox One and PS4 to the new consoles. even though it hasn't changed at all. So the justification of it being a full next-gen game compared to something like the city of NBA, it's very hard to do, and it worries me about the future of FIFA. So am I saying that EA should just directly copy NBA and 2K? No. It would be amazing, and I'll talk about a concept idea that I'm going to come up with and pursue in a few minutes. But what you can see is the difference that Next Gen has made to that game series. Whereas in FIFA, it feels like we're basically getting a few graphical upgrades, crowd noises and stuff like that, but nothing that makes it stand out. It could be a PS4 FIFA 21 to FIFA 22 update. Not, oh my goodness, we are making a generational jump to new consoles that are far superior to what we had before. So it does worry me in the sense that they feel like because of the lack of competition, they don't need to add something that makes us want to play the game more. So we'll go on more about what I think they should do, but first, a tiny bit of a concept. I want to take NBA's 2K21, The City, and turn it into a FIFA version. Now, this is a little bit of work that I did for my university master's project, as I discussed before, in architecture. And I want to try and create something a little bit similar to the NBA thing. It's going to take a while, but it should be good. For example, imagine this. Your skill games or your practice arenas on the right. This is all landscape. These are all players that you're seeing that are actually online, and then you can go up to your stadium, you go in here, and maybe you access different things, the customization of the stadium, etc, etc. You can access different game modes. I want to come up with a concept video where I show off my iteration of Next Gen FIFA based on NBA's The City. Now again, it's going to take a while, maybe a few months, but I feel like I can do it, and I really want to show where I think FIFA should be going in Next Gen, because for me, next generation gaming should be about multiple things. One, feeling like you are actually playing an amazing game. Now, we don't know exactly how FIFA 21 on Next Gen is going to feel, but if there is any form of button delay or anything like that, the game will be ruined. Despite the amazing graphics and any changes that they make like that, if there is button delay, then it doesn't matter. The second one is that you should feel like you're having a good experience regardless of how well you do. And I feel like FIFA doesn't have that. Nowadays, Ultimate Team specifically is about win, 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 win. Whether you are in FUT Champions, super competitive mode, Div Rivals, super competitive mode, FUT Draft, if you don't win, you're losing coins that you've spent to enter. Squad Battles, what's the point in playing it other than objectives where you have to win, or to get more points to win and get better rewards. Friendlies are now win-based because objectives are in there, and it's based on your Div Rivals ranking. So the game is all about competitiveness, not having fun. Whereas in other games, you can chill. It doesn't matter whether you win, lose, or draw. You can still have a good time. FIFA doesn't feel like it has that anymore. Back in the day, FIFA 11 through FIFA 14, all it had was single matches in Ultimate Team. So you could go in with a Brasilva team, try and skill past every player on the pitch, bang on top corner from 30 yards with El Shaarawy. And if you lost 4-1, doesn't matter. You had fun, you scored an absolute worldie of a goal that you could put in your skill compilation. Nowadays, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, you didn't win. Therefore, you've probably had an awful time because of the way that the meta and the playstyles of the game are now. Everyone's on drop back, AI defending all over the place. It's not a fun experience. Next Gen FIFA needs to bring back that fun and that passion to want to play every single day rather than it feeling like a chore. You don't want to play FUT Champs because you have fear of missing out on whatever the next team of the week is. You're playing that game mode for 10 hours over the weekend, not even knowing what you're going to get from it. And there are so many problems in that regard with Next Gen FIFA that they just haven't changed. It looks like we're getting graphics, but no new fun game modes, no new social aspects. Like, you can't even search for a random co-op game on Ultimate Team. Why? Why not? if I potentially jump onto Warzone with my friends, or people that I've never met before, actually, I'm going to change that completely. People that I've never met before, I could play a game of 4-man squads on Warzone, win with them, and then we'll be like, that was fun. We're going to party up, we're going to play again. Next night, we jump on again. We end up playing for months and becoming really good friends. That doesn't happen in FIFA, because it's purely a competitive 1v1 experience in their biggest game mode, which is the only one that they actually improve and push, which is Ultimate Team. So there are many aspects that worry me for Next Gen FIFA. There are so many bugs that are still in the game and have been for years that don't get changed, don't get graded or updated or fixed. You see the same things happening all the time, and I'm a bit scared. Next Gen FIFA needs to give us that leap to, in their words, feel next level. Feeling next level to me is not having Mbappe wiping the sweat off his face after he's missed from 5 yards out because the shooting mechanics are broken. Or him adjusting his shin pads instead of running through on goal because he's decided that he wants to do that instead. Or, I don't know, being out of breath because he kept sprinting instead of doing the skill move and the button delay meant that he didn't press it. There are so many broken elements in FIFA that need to be adjusted, and I'm scared. I don't know about you guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section about your excitement for Next Gen FIFA, whether you think that they have actually really upgraded the game to make it feel like you're on a new console. Obviously, the game is not out yet, but they've told us everything that they're changing. So, what do you think? I'm scared. I'm honestly scared. But I would love to know whether you are as well, or whether I'm just going over the top with it. This is the first one of these kind of discussion, commentary style videos that I've ever done, and I'd like to know your thoughts on it and whether you want to see more talking about different topics and things to do with FIFA and games in general, I guess. So, if you did enjoy it, please do hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys for another one in the future. Goodbye.